Hello, hello. How's it going? Let me know if you can hear me okay, Ian. Everything looks okay on my end here, but just making sure. Hope everybody's Saturday is going okay thus far. I think Dugras just finished up his stream a little while ago. Get some people in here. What's up, Chad? Chad of Chad's Money Minutes is in the house. Good to see you, Chad. Dim is here in the house as well. Sleepy Rod, the man, must be talking about Chad, of course. So Kirby G, love of John live. Thank you, man. That means a lot. I appreciate you, sir. Kevin Hawthorne, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. Good afternoon, Kevin. Hope you're doing well, man. Cesar is in the house, mi hermano. What's up, Cesar? What is up? Hope you're doing okay, man. Boxer, what's up? How's the start of the weekend? Weekend's going okay, man, so far. Got some gaming in this morning, so doing okay. Got some Eve time in, so okay, cool, man. Thank you, sir, for confirming chat or Matt Chad. What's up, Matt? Hope you're doing okay, man. Mr. Juan Garcia is in the house as well. Good to see you. 17 people here already. We're only 2 minutes in. Good to see you all. Thank you for giving me some of your time today. I don't know how long this will be since I just streamed on Wednesday night, but I really wanted to talk about this topic that I have today just because it's important to me and it hit kind of home today or this week. So we'll wait for a few more people to get in here. Hit that like if you have not already done so. It helps to drive traffic to the channel. I appreciate you all again for being here. Hope you all are doing well. I mean, that blind, even though that blind is closed, it doesn't look like it's closed. Hope that's not too annoying to anybody behind me. Chad says I was literally watching Kirby G's quality versus quantity video when the notification hit. I got to make sure I get to the end of that when we're done here. Of course, man. Mr. James Ragland is in the house. Hey, James, how you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Can let some people get in here yet. Damn, just got back from the Lululemon in West Palm. 3 people using their Plaid credit while I was there. Nice. That's not surprising at all. Were they actually making purchases, Dim, or were they just buying gift cards? I do want a Lululemon men's hoodie. Then I will have enough hoodies then for the winter. Because here in KC we get winter. So Chad said something. I think I missed it. What's up? Oh, yep. Let's give it to Cesar for hosting the PR meetup. Yep. That's like a month away. It is a month away, Boxer. So since travel is in the title, let me just say they were very serious about not flying without the enhanced license which I never got to get, but I do get the TSA through my Capital One. So, okay. Oof, man, Boxer. Damn, you talking about the one Garden Mall. So guess who's renting a car and driving across country Tuesday? Oh man, Boxer. That's a horrible mistake, man. Ugh. I'm actually filming a new video right after this live. Nice. Can't wait to see it, Kirby. 1 gift card and 2 purchases, of course. Good to see people are actually purchasing instead of just getting gift cards. People are actually purchasing products. So I want to get a hoodie for the winter. So I need 1 more hoodie. Mr. Money Back, good to see you, man. Okay, yeah, man, for sure. Got 23 people in here and 5 minutes in. This is awesome. The one on Rosemary Chad by the old city place. We're talking about places I don't know about. West Palm Beach. Yeah, down in Florida. Yeah. Yep. Dan was at the Green Market. Let a few more people get in here. And I said, we'll talk about this topic and a few other things you guys have to talk about too. So Matt says Liz is hard on the topic of real ID versus enhanced ID. She's a DMV clerk. She's a touch triggered. Why is that, Matt? Yeah, good thing in the car. Good thing in the car that I can make up time. Planning on going from Salt Lake City to New York in 2 days. Hoping weather holds out nice. Wow, yeah, that's some heavy dose traveling. But then again, you drive for your job, so I mean, you're pretty much used to it. But probably a little bit more, probably a little easier, a little more nimble being in a car versus a semi. But got almost 30 people in here. This is amazing. Thank you all for being here. So we'll give it a few more minutes before I hit the topic here. Or the one topic I had, but yeah, we can talk about other stuff too. Except probably won't go real long today, but oh man, Boxer, that stinks. Matt says TSA required real ID, not enhanced. Yeah. Yep. You get to cut the line at the DMV. Matt has connections. All right. Filmo. Filmo also doesn't have a real ID yet, just lazy. I just lug my passport around. Yeah, I mean, passport's the easy way out. So passport, passport trumps basically every other form of ID. So Matt, no comment. Yeah, Chad. Yeah, your drive should be easy on 80 through Wyoming and Nebraska. Yep. And through Iowa. Should be pretty easy. That's a W perk. Wait for a few more people to get in here. Yeah. Um, so Boxset Chavez. Yeah, it's amazing city. One of my favorites in the country. Yeah, I cannot wait to get back to Salt Lake City, man. Got to go back to that Copper Onion restaurant, man. Got to get there. Yeah, passport global entry are enough. Yeah, should be. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yep, exactly. So I wanted to talk about a topic that kind of hit home, and it's something I've said on my channel quite a bit and in other people's streams and whatnot. And the topic is basically like take the trip, right? Take the trip, do the thing. And the reason why is because life's not guaranteed, right? Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Monday's not guaranteed, and things happen, life happens, stuff happens, and then, so I had a friend pass away unexpectedly last Friday, and it really drove the point home about life is not guaranteed, right? We don't know what's happening. And we can sit here and we can plan things out, right? Like, oh, I'm going to travel next year. I'm going to go to France next year. I'm going to go to, whether, and it doesn't have to be, I have a video coming out about this soon, but it doesn't have to be like whether your aspirational travel is going to Yellowstone National Park, and that's totally cool. And I haven't been there yet, and I want to go at some point. But also too, whether it's here in the country somewhere or you're going overseas somewhere, and I'll do that next year. I'm going to plan it for next year. And of course, travel is expensive, right? So you have to take time out to actually accumulate the points, or you have to accumulate the cash if that's how you travel. Um, and of course, it takes time to plan, right? So you most normally can't just do it on a dime like that. Especially if you work and have a job, you have to take time off and have to get all that stuff squared away. But it really hit home the point about you take for granted, you take your life for granted, and you take for granted that tomorrow's going to be there, or that I'm going to go to France in April, or whatever it is. you take for granted that that's going to happen. Well, first of all, you need to be taking care of yourself because, you know, health is wealth. If you don't have health, you have nothing else. So you have to take care of yourself. But obviously, stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. So, um, but it drove the point home to me about doing the thing and not putting it off. And, you know, just because tomorrow's just not guaranteed, it's just not. And, and especially as you get older, right? I mean, especially as we get older, even more so because you get to a point in life where you have probably lived more days than you have left, so um it's a very yeah, this week's been really weird. I've been in my head a lot this week. And also too with my job. My job's been kind of crazy the last couple of months. There's been a lot of stress and a lot of like sort of unknowns about things and what's going to happen in the next month or two. So you have that stress, right? Of, oh crap, am I going to be, hopefully hopefully I'm okay, and I'm going to, keep drawing a paycheck and that kind of thing. So there's those things too, right? So it's like it's a fine balance between living life and but also like preparing for, things that may be a huge negative. So, um, I guess my point is like I struggle with that, right? Like I struggle with like, okay, am I prepared for this? But you also have to live life and you have to do the things you want to do, because if you don't, if you keep worrying about things and if you keep pushing things off, and it the next thing you know, then you're like 70 years old or whatever, or 75 or 80 or whatever, and maybe you're in good health, maybe you're not in good health. You know, maybe you can do those things, maybe you can't. Stuff happens. So it's like I've been struggling with that a lot this week about, how, you know, like going all out and just saying F it. I'm just doing this, and whatever happens, happens with the rest of my life. But at the same time, it's, you have to also have to be responsible too. So, but yeah, I just like I said, man, it was just a really weird week of something that was unexpected. And I guess I'm driving home the point of like you have to do the best you can under whatever circumstances you are under to live the best life you can, because you don't know, right? You just don't know. So, see, I'm going to get caught up on comments here. Real ID is a bit creepy. Prefer just having my passport when I ever. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Boxer. Hell, I'm going to cover was Wisconsin, Nebraska, Iowa in the first day, and then I didn't know there's construction in Wyoming. Interesting. Chad, yeah, Nebraska, yeah, Matt, yeah, it lasts forever. It's a long state, so it takes a while to get across. Hey, Nerican, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, sir. I appreciate you. Chad, anyone going to Salt Lake City? The best breakfast is at Pig in a Jelly Jar. Don't ask me about the name. I need to go there too, man. I need to go to that Pig in a Jelly Jar. I remember you telling me about that, Chad, when I was out there. I just didn't have time to get there to Nebraska at night. It's way easier. Yeah. Yeah. And across Kansas too. Thanks, Ian. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. Mr. Mike Newland's in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Boxer, I realize that. Thank you. Thank you, Boxer. I appreciate it. Chad, thank you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Boxer, but everything after North Platte is obnoxious. Ian, next year's meetup is at Yellowstone Club. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, 100%. It's awful. I've stopped normally on in line, and it's awful. North Platte and Cheyenne, it's terrible. Don't help. Don't help. Both receivers suck too. Mm. Hey, Philmo, good to see you, man. Sorry for your loss, brother. I used to think I was indestructible until I found out otherwise. Do the thing is, yeah, how I'm trying to live life now. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's like you have to do that. You have to do the best you can to live life the best you can. And it's like, you know, I don't know. It's a weird thing to think about, right? Like no one wants to think about mortality. I don't like thinking about mortality for sure. But then when you have something like this kind of happen kind of out of the blue, it really makes um, it really opens up your eyes, and it's like, well, you either get busy living or get busy dying, right? So, oh, thank you, Kirby. I appreciate it. Always take the trip. You never know what might happen. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Take it. Take them if you can. Like don't put it off. Don't say, I'm going to do it someday. I'm going to do this someday. I'm going to do this someday, because someday may not come. Someday maybe you never get to someday, right? Because something happens. So, damn, that's why I play the points miles game. There's only one life to live. Experiences are better than material possessions. Yep, 100%. Oh, thank you, Cesar. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Boxer John, I feel everything you're saying. It's something I've lived, been kicking my ass lately. Here's what I've learned being paranoid. Yeah, I mean, same way, man. It's like, you're like shoving money away and shoving money away and stuff like that, because you're also trying to prepare for life too, right? Because because you're in a job and you don't know what might happen down the road. So you're pushing money away and you're like, well, what if things go wrong? What if things go bad? Am I going to be okay? That kind of thing, which is sort of in where I am with my job right now. But at the same time, it's just a weird time all around right now and very stressful right now. So, but it's also like, seeing someone like I don't want to have any regrets. I want to get to 80, 85, 90. If the man upstairs is willing, and have lived a good life. So, you know, no regrets. Eddie, what's up, man? Tom, man, apologize for trying. No, don't apologize, man. All good. I appreciate you being here. Boxer, for years I've been paranoid, doing nothing but trying to stack over and over the following you can't get back: time, health, relationships, and experiences. Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, you do not get time back. Every second that ticks away is gone, and it is what it is. As soon as we're born, we're dying, right? It is what it is. You're a newborn infant just popped out of your mom's womb, and all of a sudden you're dying, and no one thinks about that, but we are all on that trek. So, yeah, health, relationships, experiences. You're spot on, correct, man. 100%. LG, what's up? Good to see you here, man. John, just getting in the chat. I saw some condolences and won't ask, but hang in there, brother. I encourage. It's all right, LG. It's what I'm here for. This is the point of the stream today. And there's 30 of you here right now. So after 18 minutes of being here, so I appreciate you. Hit the like button if you have not already done so. But the point of the stream was, LG, was like I had a friend pass away over this past week, and it just really, with all the weirdness going on in my life with my job and all that, but it also like really imprinted on me to don't delay taking trips, don't delay, if at all possible, if you have the opportunity to and you have the means to do it, don't put it off. Do it. Do the thing. Don't do something that you're going to regret not doing down the road, whether it be because you get to old age and you can't, and you're like, man, I wish I had done that. And you have regrets, or you die. You know, Sleepy Rod, sorry for your loss, John. I've been making it a point to travel more for that very reason. Yep. When we're on our deathbed, our wish will not be that we saved points or that we should have worked more. Oh yeah, or that we have a crap ton of money in the bank and we're not able to use it. I mean, I think there's a fine balance there with, like you're hoarding stuff and it's like, okay, you get to your deathbed and what good did it do you, Yeah, man, take the trip, do stuff, experiences, experience things, live life, go do something, go try something. Speaking of experiences, I want to experience some local donuts. Stress eater. John need to BS hit me up in Discord. Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, let's talk, dude. Let's talk in Discord for sure, man. Yeah, stress eating is, dude, been there, done that, man. I know the pain. Eddie, I missed the part of the passing of someone you care about. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, thank you, man. It's all good, dude. It's all good. I'm probably going to repeat it a few times, while we're all here for the people that missed it. So, Juan, John, I'm sorry for your loss. Time is your most valuable asset, as it is finite. Yep, you have one life on this earth, and therefore enjoy the ride and live life to the fullest. Yeah, exactly, Juan. It's like we have to be, like I said, if you have the means to do it and you have the time to do it, and you have the opportunity, and the availability, it's like it's so important. It's so important to like prioritize that in your life because you don't know, you don't know. So it was a big wake up call this week. So Chad, this is one of the reasons I booked a flight and ran out to that West Coast meetup in San Francisco for the weekend. Yeah, I need to watch your video yet, Chad. I started watching it and I got sidetracked. I need to finish watching that. I really want to see that. That was yeah, it's like if you have the opportunity, it's like when you were in Nebraska and I came up and met you, it's like if you have the opportunity, then do it. Just you can't delaying things. It's I understand too why some people do it, right? Like they may not, like maybe they're scared to do it. Maybe they're afraid of, they're afraid of getting out of their comfort zone. They're afraid of, spending money. They're afraid of, they're afraid of what if this happens and, well, I don't have the time right now. I'll do it later on. And, you know, um, and I get all those things and I understand those things and I'm right there with you in some of those areas, but it's like at the same time, it's like, yeah, you don't want to regret. LG, I fully agree. My realization of I need to start traveling was after my second trip to Iraq and losing buddies. Yeah. That's why I tell you and Joe, thank you as much as I can because you all have helped me. I'll thank you, LG. That means a lot, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That means a lot. Eddie, Juan Garcia, 100% right, man. Let's take things to the next level. Yeah, I need to talk to you, Eddie, about Japan. We need to. I saw your email, just haven't gotten to it. It's been a weird week, so we definitely need to talk about it. Um, but yeah, and I wasn't coming in here for like, I didn't want to do this for like, getting everybody's empathy and whatnot. And I totally appreciate it. Thank you. I thank all of you for being here and taking the time to be here. But um, I just wanted to get. I guess this is kind of therapeutic for me too. But like getting it out there that again, if you have the time and you have the means and you have the opportunity and availability to just do it, just you know you have to. And there's like so much to do, there's so much to see, there's so much to experience, and it's like, and time keeps ticking. Every second of every day goes by, then it's the next day, and then it's the next day, and then it's the next day, and it's like, time flies by so fast. And I think about my life, and being, 50, and it's like sometimes, and I've done a lot of this week too with my friend passing. It's like, and you start thinking about, what have you done with your life? Like what have like how much I think about like how much time I've wasted. I think about like how much better of a person could I be if I had been spending my time more wisely over the years. You start going down that rabbit hole of like your mortality and your um you start thinking about like, okay, you're at this point in your life, what can I do to make my life better, for the however much time I have left. So um, it's a it is a it's a difficult thing to think about. So it is a, but it really woke me up. And it's like, I want to get this message out to people. Like, and it sounds like I'm resonating with a few of you because a few of you are kind of saying the same thing that I have. Like, hey, this is why I started traveling, or this is why I started doing more, or this is why I'm starting to do this because of the same things. Because we kind of all realize as we get older that, you know, time time keeps marching, and time, not only is time marching on, but also but also the time we have left it's finite, but we don't know when we're done. So, Kid Cat, man, thank you, sir. I appreciate the $1.99 super chat, man. Hope you're doing okay, Craig. Good to see you, man. Hope you and the family are doing well. Arnold Alley, hey man, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. That would be sweet. I'm assuming you're talking about Japan. Eddie almost died last year due to a health issue. Oh, I didn't know that, Eddie. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. And that was my wake up call to live every day as it's my last. Yeah. I mean, you don't know, man. You don't know. I had a friend. Now I guess she's more of an acquaintance. I don't think we're friends. I'd say she's an acquaintance. But I had an acquaintance here a couple weeks ago, here in a not so good part of the city here. Was stopping to get gas at a gas station, and someone else next to her, the next gas pump, was getting held up by somebody with a shotgun. And it's like, you don't know. You do not know. And I had somebody a couple months ago. I was leaving my neighborhood to go to the grocery store, and I'm sitting at a stoplight, and like right in front of me, this wreck happens. Like right in front of me, a lady was trying to turn. She was turning. She was doing exactly what she should be doing. She was trying to turn left at a traffic light and waiting for traffic to clear. And she was in the middle of the intersection, and the light was turning, and I couldn't see the dude, but I could. But all of a sudden, someone was coming from this way, and all of a sudden, I heard a motorcycle engine rev like they were trying to get to the light, through the light as she was turning. And I'm like, oh crap. And sure as the world, he slams into her SUV. His bike shatters into a bazillion pieces. I see him fly. It was like slow motion. I see him flipping through the air and slamming onto the ground next to the street. And you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. And luckily, I was not involved, but I got turned because I was in the turn lane. So I got turned, and I pulled into the parking lot right at that building that this happened at, and ran over. And there were people kind of tending to the guy that was on the motorcycle, but he was motionless. And then, but I was more concerned about the lady and her kids in her SUV, because a motorcycle, right? It was a crotch rocket, right? He was flying through that stoplight to get through it, and he demolished the front of her SUV. And so I was more concerned about her and her kids, um, and asking, making sure she was okay, making sure her kids were okay. I was a couple blocks away from a gas station. I'm like, do you need water? Do you need food? Do your kids need anything? And there were several of us there, but it's like, man, you just don't know. You just don't know. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, man. Yep, for sure. It's just and I'm sorry, this is kind of a somber topic and kind of a weird, like, negative topic to talk about, but I thought it was really poignant because of life, right? And we all take life for granted. And it's like, and I've been on this better health journey the last few years, and being down 130 pounds, although I've got much more to go, and going to the gym and working out and trying to be more mobile and trying to be more active and that kind of thing, which has made a huge difference in my life, especially with traveling and whatnot. Um, but you know, you health is wealth, right? Being healthy. And I abused myself horribly. I abused myself for like 12 years. You know, I'm a gamer, so like I was extremely sedentary, like bad. And like I didn't do anything around my house. I let my house go and I let just things stack up and just out of sheer laziness. And my health got pretty bad. And now I've spent the last 3 years, trying to unravel that. And it's like, you health is wealth, and trying to be healthy is also a thing too. So it's like, don't just you just don't know. You just don't know. John, if you don't mind me asking, do you know if my wife opens a Chase card, will they allow us to combine our accounts points? Does Chase allow point combining? I think they do. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure, man, to be honest with you. I think they do though. You're asking a single dude, man. I'm not sure. I think they do. Some one of the Chase fans out there will have to answer that question. I think so. Filmo, we do fit in those seats better at 2x than we do at 5x, brother. Oh, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, dude. For sure. I mean, I'm still a tall dude. My legs are still crazy long, so I can't do economy in any aircraft. And even on Delta, like Comfort Plus is on the edge of comfort for me, because even with Comfort Plus, like my knees are very close to the um to the seat tray and seat in front of me. So but yeah, man, like being able to fly now and being able to not have to have a seatbelt extender is amazing. And being able to sit in a seat and be comfortable on a plane is amazing. And being able to just walk and get up and down and get up and down off the aircraft and all that is amazing. Now, being a big and tall guy, nothing's going to fix the bathroom issue on planes, period. But it is a lot easier to get up and down on aircraft and whatnot and fit in a seat and not have to have a seatbelt extender and all that stuff. So 100%, dude. LG, what games do you play? Well, my favorite game is in that's a box for it behind me. It's called Eve Online. I was playing Eve this morning for a few hours actually, so it was actually nice and relaxing. But I also play other games like I love DayZ a lot. I love like I'm a first person. I'm a story guy, so I like playing games like by myself. I mean, sans Eve Online, but like I'm a story guy. Like, tell me a story. So I'll play like I love like the Metro series, Stalker. Um, like tell me a story. I want to play a story, and I don't care about playing with other people. Like I want to be told the story. So like those kind of games where where you are the character and you're just walking through a campaign. So Kid Kat, they do. You have to be in the same house. So there we go. So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. And yeah, if you're, I mean, with a wife, I would assume she's same household. So yeah, that's what I thought. Craig, I wasn't 100% sure though. Yeah, St. Patrick. Yeah, Chase does. Yep, for sure. Anthony Venture is in the house. What is up, Anthony? Hope you're doing well, man. Glad to see you here, man. 35 people. Let's hit that like button. Let's get some more people in here. Filmo, I like Frogger. Hey, man, the old school games are still great, man. I think my favorite old school game would probably be Galaxian. So, yep, man, good stuff. I think I'm all caught up here. Oh, Kirby, John? You need to play Cyber. I have Cyberpunk. I have it. It's installed on my rig. Best story video game I have ever played. I mean, it's okay. I've got about I haven't I have that installed for several years. I think I've only played like 12 hours of it so far of the story. Um, it's not exactly my cup of tea, but I can play it in like short spurts, and then I can play it for like an hour, and then like, okay, I'm done. Like all of the like the sounds and all that, like I can play it for like an hour at a time, and I'm good. So yeah, but it's a beautiful game, that's for sure. Solstice, how's it going? Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you. I think it's evening over there, dude. It is just afternoon here. St. Patrick, you have to call. It can be done on the same call as long as both are present. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure of what the exact process was. So, especially being a single dude. So that's good. That's good stuff to know though for future reference. So thank you, Patrick. Kirby said, especially the DLC. Yeah, I know there's like DLC and stuff there now, so out now for it. Ian, I'm making churro ice cream and sandwiches today. Not great for the diet. Yeah, that's gonna be a cheat day today, Ian. It's gonna be a cheat day. Background balloon. What is up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I didn't share the stream out either on any Discord, so if anybody wants to share it out, please do. I neglected to do that. Good to see you, Anthony. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, no invite. Come on, Ian. What's up with that, man? Seriously, really? Ah, man. But yeah, I had a like I said, it's been a really weird week, and for numerous reasons, and I just felt like I really wanted to get that topic out there and kind of get it off my chest, and just in case other people have been going through that same thought process or have gone through the same thing. So, and I'm sure I was sure like I can't be the only one. So, Ian, I haven't played a game since Skyrim for wow. Still waiting for the next one. Jeez, that's been a while. Skyrim's old. It's been a few moons since that came out. Juan says Amp churros with hot chocolate is very popular down here in the Latin community here in Miami. Huh. Churros and hot chocolate. Interesting. Wonder why. So I'm worried cold churros are going to suck, but whatever they want. Background. Not sure if you talked about what happened, the news that happened to you, but whatever it is, I hope you're doing okay at least. Yeah. Yeah, background. So I just to kind of rehash, or you can, go back and catch the whole thing. But yeah, I just had a friend pass away last Friday. And it really got me to thinking about, like living life and not putting things off. Cause I know like I've always said, take the trip, um, you know, um, do the thing. And, but sometimes things come up, right? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes, something happens and you have to put it off. And, I've had a couple things that have happened to me this year where I've had to put stuff off and had to put travel off a little bit. Um, but it's like, you don't know when your last day here is. And it's like, and again, it's like, okay, if you're able to do it, if you have the opportunity, if you have the means to do it, like do it, like travel. And I know I'm talking mostly about travel, but it's like whatever it is, whether it's an experience, whether it's going to see someplace you haven't been to. But I know I'm really like pushing this toward toward the travel aspect. But whatever it is in life, you know, like do the thing, because we are not guaranteed tomorrow, no matter how healthy we think we are, no matter how, no matter stuff happens. I mean, it happens to people every single day. So, just don't know. Arnold, I was heavy into EQ, still have the accounts. Wow. Okay. Background shoot. Sorry about your loss. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Whatever it is. Oh, hey, totally unrelated. I still need my AI research machine. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk at some point. It's all just. But yeah, man, there's like 30 people here, so good to see you all. Man, we're already 40 minutes in. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, so it's like I didn't want to I didn't want to be a bummer and bring people down, but this was kind of an important thing to me. And I thought about it. I thought about it last night, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do a live today, so and talk about it. So just and it's I'm glad because it seems like I've helped a few other people out too. So Juan says, especially on the few cooler days, nights here in Miami, churros with hot chocolate hits the spot. Hell, they sell churros on busy intersections in Hialeah, Florida, large Hispanic community town north of Miami. Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's a lot of Mexican in Latin restaurants here in the Kansas City area, and I mean, several of them are like pretty authentic. I've never seen like hot churros and hot chocolate offered though. That actually sounds pretty good. Trying to imagine how what that tastes like. I'm gonna go get churros now and go home and make hot chocolate. I have to talk about experiences. I have to experience this. So, um, but yeah, I don't know. What do you all think? What do y'all have? Like I said, we'll hang out here for a little while longer. What do you all want to talk about? I can't talk all of a sudden. Mike, so after all this sobering news, what's your plan? What's my plan? My plan is to do the things that I want to as much as possible. And if time and opportunity and money and or points, you know, if all of those things align, do as much as I can while I can. So just, you know, I guess in some ways you kind of have to throw caution to the wind and just do. So that's the plan, Mike. Want to try to join us? Well, okay, I'm gonna have to do it today or this weekend. FYI, a churro is a type of fried dough with Spanish and Portuguese cuisine made from cho pastry dough piped into hot oil with a piping bag and large closed star tip of similar shape. Yeah, I've had churros before, but it's been a long time. It's been several years ago now, so it's been quite a while. But I've never had them with hot chocolate though. So Juan, do you do is it just straight hot chocolate or do you do it with hot chocolate and marshmallows? Or is there a specific hot chocolate I should have and buy and try? Or I want to make sure I do it right. David William is here. Hey David, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing okay. Sorry about your friend. I had a massive kidney stone attack with sepsis a few years back. So I know tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Do it now. Don't wait. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. It definitely hits home. It definitely hits home, especially if you experience something yourself, David, right? Like you, I know Eddie said something a little while ago about, having gone through a health issue. It's a wake up call, right? And especially probably even more so if it hits you personally, like it's you that's going through that. So, um, for sure, Chad, you got to have them with that good abuelita chocolate. Okay, interesting. So I wonder if I went to a authentic Mexican restaurant or a Latin restaurant, if they would know like what I'm talking about. Like, hey, can I get churros with hot chocolate? Like, would they be giving me that look like, oh, or would they look at me like, what is wrong with you? Churros doused in sugar with hot chocolate is a solid balance of taste. Okay. Yeah, because churros are covered with sugar from the last time I remember having one or having some. Filmo says, I always put a little something something in my hot chocolate. A little something something. Okay. So Filmo's feeling pretty good after a couple of hot chocolates. Oh, that's funny. We'll have to talk offline about that, Filmo, and see what your something something is. But yeah, I'll probably go for like another 15 minutes here, so I won't keep you all very long. But I'm trying to think of any other topics I had. That was the biggest thing. That was the biggest one I had was that, live life, do the thing, travel. Like I said, if you have the time, if you have the means, if you have the points or the money or the opportunity, those are five things. Do it and don't regret. Kit Kat. Craig says, I'm in Miami. The guava pastry plus Cuban coffee is my favorite. Interesting. Kit Kat. Oh, I think I missed Juan. John, I can only speak as a Cuban on sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Dated a Dominican and Cuban girl for a while, and she put me on to so much food. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, because I know that like in that culture, like food is big and food is huge. It's a big part of the culture. So I do know that much. Solstice. FOMOing life is probably not a good idea. I think it depends on the situation myself. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Pastelitos. Hope I pronounced that right. Don't think I've heard of those before. Pastelitos with guava and Cuban coffee is a staple. Okay. Cuban coffee. So it must be. I'm imagining Cuban coffee is probably like strong coffee, like a Turkish coffee. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. But that Cuban coffee is like jet fuel. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it's like, yeah, it's basically an espresso, jet fuel. I guess like Cuban coffee, is it chewy? Are you like kind of chewing it as you're drinking? It says world Cuban coffee is jet fuel, nothing like it. Yeah. Interesting. What that okay, I've added something else to my list now. I have to have Cuban coffee. Got to do the Cuban coffee. If it's like jet fuel, then who needs I guess it's like who needs Red Bull, which I haven't had a Red Bull in like years either because those things are nasty. Like Red Bull and ugh, Red Bull and like Monsters, that stuff I think I imagine when if I think the last one I had, I was thinking, is this what battery acid tastes like? Like, ugh, yuck. Cuban coffee is basically espresso with foam sugar. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find anything like that here in KC. I wonder if anybody that serves that to find out. Hey Sam, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hope your Saturday is going good. Background Vietnamese coffee plus Cuban coffee might as well be some sort of Adderall crack. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Chad says, yeah, I mean, cafecito can launch a damn rocket. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right, Juan. Cool, man. Yep. All right. It's on. Cannot wait, man. It's gonna be awesome. Sam Caw, I like energy drinks, especially before workouts. Oh man, not those though. Oof. I would rather drink like a Celsius or something than like a Monster or like a Red. Ugh, man, they just yuck. Chad, Wanda Chad, named Rocket Fuel, but damn good. No. Oh yeah, so you could guess yeah. If you want energy drinks without the aftertaste, Celsius is pretty good. Yeah, that's what I usually. Celsius sometimes, not all the time, but every now and then. Solstice says the bad taste, ironically, is what makes Red Bull Coke's toughest competitor. Ha! I didn't know that. Interesting. If you think Red Bull Monster is bad, wait until you drink a Rockstar. Nope, I've had one of those, and that was it. That was a long time ago. The trauma of taking my first sip and tasting cardboard dipped in apple juice. Yeah, I've had one Rockstar, and that was never again. All right, Kirby, sounds good, man. Thanks for being here, sir. Can't wait to see your next video, man. Have a good one. Monster White is low key. In my opinion. Ugh. Everybody's taste buds are different, man. Yeah, that stuff is just, mm, yeah. It's like I don't like I said I do Celsius because I think Celsius has the best flavor, at least like actually has like you know fruit and that kind of thing. But man, like yeah, Monster and Red Bull are just oh man. Sam, have you tried the international flight program from MX Platinum? Any thoughts? I have not, Sam. I thought something along what was the program that MX had? that was going away. Was it something along the international I thought it was something. I thought, like, last year, it was talked about that one of those things that wasn't really talked about and didn't really know much about was going away, and I thought, "Huh, okay," and I never looked at it, and I thought it was the international flight program. I thought that was the thing that was going to disappear, but maybe not. There was something. I thought there was something that was, at least for in my brain, that was I didn't know much about, or I didn't think about or anything. And I thought I saw someone say, "Oh yeah, that's going away now." It's like, "Oh, okay." I don't know if they're a good deal if using cash. They give discounts on prices. Yeah, I read a little bit about it, but I just don't know. I just don't know enough about it, Sam. I mean, maybe someone like Chad's looked into it a lot more. Maybe I just don't know a whole lot about it though. I thought that was something that was going away, but you know, what do I know? Rockstar used to be good until they reformulated it, and now it tastes like toenails and past due bills. Oh man, Chad, I'm a little bit worried about how you know what toenails taste like. I don't want to know that. Yeah, it's oddly specific. Yes, it is oddly specific. One, I can't wrap myself around energy drinks. I'll do a high noon or a white claw from time to time. Yeah. I've not had a energy drink. I mean, Celsius, because it's pretty much as natural as you can get. I mean, I guess all natural stuff in it, but yeah, I drink one of those sometimes before going to the gym, but not very often. Yeah, I have not had a Red Bull or a Rockstar or a Monster in years now. Background says, speaking of international flights, Iron Maiden is playing at Nova Rock. I think it's in Austria or Czech Republic. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're also well, they have their tour dates announced for next year. So I think there's a couple of them over there. There's a couple of them over there in Europe that I'm eyeballing going to. Stay tuned for details. Yeah, so we're saying you're not a rock star. Chad is a rock star. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that is just disgusting, man. That's gross. Zoa is good and sugar free. What is Zoa, Mike? I've never heard that before. Huh? Never heard of Zoa. Oh well, Iron Maiden's at the Nova Rock. Yeah, I know they're at several places in New York. I know they're going to be in Paris again. I saw that. I know like several. They have several dates in the EU. I think England too. I think. Wants this. Funny thing is, company I work for sells food ingredients that goes into Truly, and yet I prefer a White Claw. I won't tell them Juan. I'll make sure that mum's the word. What's up? Seen Baden 3 times. I've seen him twice so far, but third time's coming very soon. Iron Maiden is confirmed as a headliner for the Nova Rock Festival in Nickeldorf, Austria, in June 2026 as part of their Run for Your Lives tour. Yep, yep. I have to see where Nickelsdorf is at. I need to go to Austria, since Austria is part of my ancestry, and part of my travel journey is to visit every country that my ancestry comes from, and Austria is one of them. They're one of the festival's four headliners, along Volbeat the Cure and Bring Me the Horizon. Yep, the festival is scheduled to take place from 11th to 14th. Yeah, I'd be going to see Maiden, and that would be it. Sam, what unknown perks do you use? What unknown perks do you use your credit cards? I use the Platinum to get into a Stadium Amex lounge. Um, so same thing, Sam. So when I speaking of Maiden, when I went to the Iron Maiden concert, pretty much exactly a year ago now in Salt Lake City, it was at the Delta Center. The Delta Center has a lounge, so I went into the lounge there with my card. So The Cure is one of my all-time favorite bands. Should be a great festival. Man, the Salt, yeah, um, yeah, I mean, The Cure's been around forever too. They have some decent songs. They've been around for a long time. Maiden's more my style, but I've not looked at all their dates. I know they're in France too. Again, I think for a couple of dates, but I need to look and see. I think I actually got an email from Iron Maiden about tour dates or something. I think so. I need to look at it. But yeah, we're almost at an hour, and I don't want. Like I said, I didn't want to keep you all for very long today. I just wanted to like go over my thought process and like really, I guess, kind of talk things out with you guys about what I was thinking regarding this situation, and you know, about living life and uh doing, like, don't put stuff off if you don't have to. So it's helped a lot to talk about it. So and then it seems like a lot of you are probably in the same boat I am and been thinking about the same thing. What is up, QC man? Member for 9 months, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's going on, John? Yeah, I've just been, if you hadn't seen this stream until now, but mostly we're just talking about like living life and not putting things off if you don't have to. Because I had a friend die a week ago, and so um, it's really kind of put things into perspective a little bit. It's been a weird week, and it's I've been on all kinds of like emotional stuff in my head about life in general, about living it, about you know balancing life, work, doing the things I want to do, you know, saving money, and it's just been a weird week. And then seeing the person pass unexpectedly kind of really put me into a bad funk this week. So along with other stuff too, but yeah, just like wanted to get people to like, okay, here's my thought process. Here's what we got to do. We got to live. We got to live because tomorrow's not guaranteed. Yep, Maid's been around since 75. Filmo's been around since 73. That's a good year, Filmo. Vintage, dude. Vintage. Sam, any plans on summer trips 2026 or something to look at that looks interesting? So, yes, actually, there are. I got a lot of points to use, Sam. So, there's there's several there's several things coming. So, um, Iceland in 2026 is already booked and ready to go. Um, I actually have a sabbatical to take with my job next year because my company gives us a sabbatical, a month long paid sabbatical after so many years of service. And so I've signed up. You have to give 6 months notice when you want to take sabbatical. Um, for whatever reason, I guess it's like so that they can prepare for you being gone. But and it's a month long paid sabbatical. So I'm doing mine. I've signed up to do mine in May of next year. So there's gonna be some travel in May. Um, Japan, looking at Japan with a few people in the fall of 26. Um, a few things I want to look at here in the States as well. Um, but I plan on going overseas at least 3 times, maybe 4 times. So yeah, it's a lot of planning to do yet. I'm using points next year, so for sure. QC man, sorry to hear for that delay. Super sound advice on not delaying things you want to do. Life is fleeting. Yeah, QC man, like you just like I said, it life is not guaranteed, right? We're not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. And like saying that I'm going to do something in I'll do something next year. Like me, like answering Sam's question just now about any plans for a trip. Yeah, sure. I've got a few things. I've got one thing booked. I'm looking at 3 or 4 other opportunities. mostly international, but a few things domestic. So yeah, but who knows? Like who knows? Who knows what could happen? Life is fleeting. We're not guaranteed anything. So Juan says, John, have the churros with dark chocolate, minimum 70% coca. Great combination. Highly recommend. Okay. I will do that. I should try to find a place that does that. If not, I'll just do it homemade here at home. James V, happy Saturday. The Staples luggage 100% point bonus is crazy good. I hadn't seen that. James, where was that at? Was that like through Rakuten or something? Or I hadn't seen that. Filmo, sounds like we're going to Miami in May for some churros, brother. We have a Miami meetup for churros. Filmo and I are there. QC man. Super chat, $1.99. Would Japan be your first Asia trip? Thank you for the super chat. First of all, QC man, thank you. Yes, it would be my first trip to Asia for sure. Asia is very interesting. There's several places I would like to go to in Asia, but yeah, Japan definitely. Philippines, Thailand, but yeah, but I need a lot of Asia time. Just leave it there. Are you coming to Japan in April too? Oh yeah, you and I had. Oh man, probably not. Probably not. But I'm not going to say no. But with me having all of May off, that's probably gonna be hard to do. St. Patrick's Fried Churros with Cajita. Got milk caramel. Okay. See, it's my birthday month. Open invite for churros and hot chocolate. My treat. There we go, man. Sounds like we're gonna have a meet up in Miami. Sam, I try to take 2 trips, one national and one international. Yeah, that sounds solid, man. A couple, 2 or 3 trips every year are good too. So, sounds very solid. We'll have to make this happen. Sam says, got to see the USA, especially Midwest like Montana. That's the last area of the country I have left. Yeah. I need to. Most of my U.S. travel is from where I live in Kansas City West, because I've seen almost everything east. Went to Thailand. Definitely take Qatar or Air France. Okay, yeah, Thailand's definitely on the list. Asia is so underrated. Doing Singapore and a few islands in Indonesia in April for 3. Nice, Tim. That sounds awesome, dude. Background, but good luck with the jet lag. Maybe one should do some Red Bull with you. Bring some Red Bull with you. Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. So you're a tourist like me. Explains the hate for the CSR. That's Filmo getting his dig in. QC man, how many states have you visited so far? So far, I have visited. At last count, I have. And I say visited, like I've done something there, not just flying in, not just a layover, not just, not just driving through, but I've actually, this is what I call been to. I've actually done something in 29 states so far. Basically, I need to do West, and I need to do, I've not been to the New England area yet. So basically from like anything above New York City, I need to do yet. And then everything west of KC. May Gemini, we hate everything. This explains Filmo a lot now. Now I'm beginning to understand my brother a lot more now. Rodney, hey Rodney, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. I'm a tourist. I don't have that Chase hate. Oh, that's funny, man. That is funny. Nurican AA are adding nonstop flights from Vegas to Japan in the first week of January because of the CES convention that goes on here in Vegas. Huh, that's interesting. So Nurican, is that something that's temporary, or is that like a thing going forward? Like that's going to be a thing. Sam, take a Visa and Mastercard when you go to Asia. I went to places where they didn't take Visa but only Mastercard. I've heard of that happening. That's interesting, Sam. I'm glad you kind of reaffirmed that. I've heard that happening where some places only take Mastercard and that's it. So I'm glad you kind of reaffirmed that. So I feel tough. So birthday after May 20th. I'm May 3rd. Mike, I only have 2 states left to do, South Dakota and North Dakota. Wow, man, that's awesome, dude. So, man, Mike's been everywhere. Mike has been everywhere. QC me in 2000, same year. No hate for this. Background. You should come to the Bay Area, the most overrated big city ever. As a Bay Area native myself, Sacramento State Capital is only like 2 or 3 hours north and is way more fun. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, like pictures and videos and stuff of like Northern California, like it's beautiful. Like it just looks gorgeous. So definitely on my list for sure. Just okay, just temporary. I kind of thought it was, so that would be interesting if that was a permanent route. So I thought it was probably going to be temporary. Excuse me. Oh man. Well, like I said, I didn't want to keep you all very long. I know it's a Saturday and I just streamed a couple days ago. So, but I wanted to get this topic off my chest because it was pretty important to me to like talk you all through it and like, give you my viewpoints on it. And maybe it helps someone else in my position. And maybe it gets someone else to thinking the same way that I've been thinking about, travel and life and like doing the thing and like living life because you just don't know what's going to happen. So, but yeah, I'm glad that I was able to help a few more people. So Sacramento's more fun, but do they have to? What's fun about Sacramento? I guess you could see the state capitol. I guess there's that. Background. I'm also very really biased because 80% of metal bands skip the Bay Area and go straight to Sacramento. Sacramento also has Aftershock Festival. Okay. Interesting that they would skip San Fran, but I guess that maybe in a way it kind of makes sense too, though. Or skip the Bay Area period. So might be a cost of doing business in the Bay Area or something. Maybe I don't know, but well, if nobody's got anything else, I'm going to let you all go. Let you all get on with your Saturday. Um, oh, Sacramento, in my opinion, is the fun parts of the Bay Area without the headaches of it. Okay, well, I mean, it being 2 or 3 hours away, it kind of makes sense that it's away from all the chaos of the Bay Area. So that kind of makes sense, actually. I'm assuming like just trying to get around and trying to maneuver through the around the bay and probably like traffic and all that stuff is probably difficult. Juan says the only thing I know about Sacramento is the Kings when they were relevant, and the Kings were more relevant when they were here in Kansas City. But there's that. Filmo, if a president is buried there, then Dugras will be there. Very true. Very true. Yeah, I've heard San Diego's very. Yeah, I've heard San Diego's very beautiful too. Sal says, "No, please stay." Um, yeah, San Diego. Yeah, I've heard several people say San Diego is beautiful too. So, Dims out here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Yep, everybody have a great weekend. QC and Kings robbed against the Lakers that one series. Oh man, I don't know basketball very much, but that's going back a bit. That's going back a ways. But yep. Uh, before I go though, I want to thank you. I want to thank. I think it was QC Man for the super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very, very much. Very kind of you. And I do believe that Mr. Kid Cat also. Oh, yep. Kid Cat, $1.99 super chat as well. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Thank you. And oh, Kings Romney up. What's what I'm saying? That is true. NBA just like NFL's. Anyhow, I now better understand why I'm not actually getting responses. Stop being so under stress. Then life will give you more time. Relax, John. Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's ways. There's ways to remedy that. Nothing will be as wild as the Celtic comeback against the Heat in like 2023. Yeah, I'm not a huge NBA guy, but I guess the team I did follow back, I say back in the day, was the Spurs because of I like David Robinson and Tim Duncan a lot. So the Spurs were good. So and I so that's kind of the team I gravitated toward because they weren't. I like David Robinson a lot. I thought David Robinson was just a good dude, like solid dude, wasn't in trouble, didn't have a big mouth. He just went out and played well all the time, and he was just seemed like just a good guy. So kind of gravitated toward the Spurs. But all right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening to me spew what what my thought process was and being here. So I appreciate that. Getting beat by the Jaguars didn't help your week also. Yeah. Doesn't really affect my life very much. I don't get too worried about things that don't affect my life very much. So, but anyway, I hope everybody has a great weekend. And as always say at the very end, please be good to each other. Okay. And please be respectful and be nice. And until next